Welcome to another edition of Highliner News. I'm Mara.
And I'm Jaden. Mrs. Kovan has been a teacher at Valley City High School for over 30 years.
With her retirement in sight, reporter London Dietrich shows us the story.
Mrs. Kovan was a Highliner in high school and throughout her career.
I have taught for 36 years. I have taught Spanish 1, 2, and 3. 1 year I taught sophomore English and 7th grade English. And now for many years I've been teaching Spanish 1 and 7th grade English. I like both Spanish 1 and 7th grade. I don't have a favorite. I love them both. I feel very blessed that I'm leaving a job that I still really like, so I will probably come up to sub. And I feel very blessed that I was able to teach my son and my daughter. I was able to teach my nephew and my niece. I was able to have my grandchildren sit in my classroom. I have taught my nephew's kids. And what I love most is that I have taught my former students' children, and it melts my heart that my former students have such great kids and that they became such great parents.
After 36 years of teaching, Mrs. Kovan gives advice to students and staff.
Just to come in every day and try to do your best and just be nice to people. You always feel better inside when you've been nice to somebody.
For Highliner News, this is London Dietrich.
With so many books in the Resource Center, it can be hard to find a good one.
Reporter Sadie Dennis gives a suggestion.
For fans of murder mystery, this book kills. Ellingham Academy is a famous private school in Vermont. It was founded by Albert Ellingham, an early 20th century tycoon who wanted to make a wonderful place full of riddles, twisting paths, and gardens. A place where learning is a game. In 1936, shortly after the school opened, Ellingham's wife and daughter, Iris and Alice, were kidnapped. The only real clue was a mocking riddle listing methods of murder, signed with the frightening pseudonym Truly Devious. It became one of the great crimes of American history. Something like that could never happen again, of course. Years later, true crime aficionado Stevie Bell is set to begin her first year at Ellingham Academy, and she has an ambitious plan. She will solve this cold case. That is, she will solve the case when she gets a grip on her demanding new school life and her housemates, the inventor, the novelist, the actor, the artist, and the jokester. But something strange is happening. Truly Devious makes a surprise return, and death revisits Ellingham Academy. The past has crawled out of its grave. Someone has gotten away with murder. Can you solve the mystery of Truly Devious? Reporting for Highliner News, this is Sadie Dennis.
Think you're seeing double?
Michaela Wallet tracks down the twins and triplets in the junior and senior high school.
I'm Jordan.
I'm JC.
We're the Kleins.
We're the Kleins.
I'm Peyton. I'm Drew. We're the Zons.
I'm Connor.
I'm Nathan.
And we're the Sirs.
I'm Brenna.
I'm Shelby.
And we're the Mulders.
I'm Alyssa.
I'm Jaden. And we're the Hovlands.
Hi, I'm Owen.
I'm Isabella.
And I'm Luke. And
we're the Kleins.
I'm Hannah.
And I'm Joshua.
And we're the Lockins.
I'm Thomas.
I'm Jacob.
And we're the Pfeiffers.
I'm Faith.
I'm Tucker.
And we're the Orners.
I'm Gabriel.
And I'm Goliath.
And we're the Little Dogs.
I'm Austin.
I'm Darcy.
And I'm Carter.
We're the Jewetts.
I'm Austin. I'm Bennett. And we're the Roggleseds.
I'm Sam.
And I'm Sydney.
And we're the Nelsons.
This is Michaela Walla, reporting for Highliner News.
Kelsey Krewald and Abby Meyer take us down to the high school printing business.
Hidden in a corner of the school is a printing business called Tech Ed Banner Company. This business was started by Mrs. Beatty about a year ago. She explains how it all works.
It takes some experience knowing how to use the software, knowing how to design, just teaching kids to kind of get that element of what looks good and what's going to balance on a design. We make banners of different widths. The length of them can be, anything you want because it comes on rolls. And we have 24-inch, 30-inch, 38-inch, 54-inch, which you can load into the printer. And we can also print on different forms of paper. So if you wanted a poster or like a long paper banner for some reason other than the regular banner material, we can also print on vinyl. So you load white vinyl in there and then it prints on it, and then it will also cut out whatever you want printed on the vinyl. And then that can be transferred into window decals or transferred onto magnets for lockers or, onto the wall or, wherever you would want to put vinyl.
Reporting for Highlander News, this is Kelsey Krewald.
Some people are still getting used to our North Dakota norm.
London Dietrich brings us the story.
I'm from Florida.
I'm from Manila, Philippines.
Do we dress different?
You guys don't really dress that much different, except there's a lot more sweatshirts.
My school, we used to have uniforms. Either we wear sweatpants and our athletic shirts, or a really long green skirt and a tan blouse, which is button up.
Are there different sports and activities?
Here, you guys emphasize joining sports as much as you can. In my old school, we just if you choose one sport, you stick to it the whole year. We don't really have much activities unless you're in student council.
Do we have different slang or accents?
Yeah, you guys talk a little bit different. Add exaggerate words, I guess.
Seeing as there's different languages, but I mean we speak English too. So I mean sometimes we use the same slangs, but other times you guys have different slangs and we do.
You guys say roof, and in Florida they say roof.
Bag and bag.
Are there different teaching methods?
Yeah, in Florida it's more like a lecture. Here it's more of a one-on-one.
I feel like teachers here are more closer to their students than over there, because they really emphasize separating teachers from students to know where their boundaries are.
How is our food different?
A lot more Mexican food, I guess.
We have a lot of restaurants in the Philippines with different cuisines, unlike here where you only have burgers, fries.
Highlander News, this is London Dietrich.
During the last regular season game for the girls and boys basketball, the Booster Board hosted Pack the Hack nights for students.
Reporter Taryn Dieterle brings you the story.
We have a student night called Pack the Hack, a fun adventure for all of our Highliners to just bring them here and support the boys and girls basketball teams during the doubleheader versus Shanley. We've done fan events in the past with t-shirts and signing of those. We just wanted to try something different. We brought Midwest Dairy on board with us to provide ice cream, and we have pom-poms for all the students. Just wanted to thank the fans, the Highliner fans, for coming out and supporting the basketball.
There were many other exciting activities taking place during Pack the Hack. For warm-ups, Mr. Chellin and his pep band played for both the girls' and the boys' games. They also performed the national anthem while the Cub Scouts presented the colors. At halftime of the boys' game, Tom and Tara Glant were recognized as the Carl Tate Memorial Fans of the Year, awarded to them for their outstanding support of Highlander athletics. Congrats to the Glant family. Lastly, our Special Olympics basketball team competed against each other during halftime of the girls' game, and they also qualified for the state tournament in Minot. Good luck, Highliners. Reporting for Highlander News, this is Taryn Dieterle.
Every year, the yearbook staff puts together the school's memories.
Reporter Carson Main takes a look at what the yearbook staff does.
Yearbook is a group of 12 girls, and basically we just try and capture all of the moments of high school and put it together so everyone can have a tangible object to own. We start yearbook in August, and that's when we figure out the theme of the yearbook and how we want it to look, and we work a couple days a week on it, and then we're usually done by the end of the school year. My favorite part is doing the portrait pages, because I like to see everybody's school picture, and then it just looks really good when it lines up all straight.
Olivia explains how you can join Yearbook.
You apply, so you fill out a paper and you basically explain what your qualities are, and then our advisor, which is now Mrs. Wager, it was Mrs. Shenenko, she picks the best ones, and then you're invited on, and you can decline or accept it.
Reporting for Highliner News, this is Carson Main.
It's time for another segment of Teacher Catchphrase.
It's time to guess that teacher catchphrase. Which one of your teacher's catchphrase is?
Are you catching my drift?
Is it
Mrs. Horner,
Mrs. Kovan,
Mr. Starr, or Mr. Bjorn?
We'll throw 5 seconds on the clock for you to make your guess. Time's up!
And the answer is Mr. Bjorum.
Okay, guys, so are you catching my drift here? Know where I'm coming from?
Next up, whose catchphrase is, I was thinking to myself, is it Mr. Nielsen, Mrs. Cummings, Mr. Engelhard, or Mrs. Larson? We'll throw 5 seconds on the clock for you to make your guess. Time's up! And the answer is Mr. Engelhard.
I was thinking to myself.
We'll catch you next time on Guess That Teacher Catchphrase.
Thank you for joining us from Valley City High School for another edition of Highlander News. I'm Jaden. And I'm Mara.